Hi, welcome back to Game Room Crafts. I'm Kelly. This is my game room. Let's play. Today, we are using our Sleeping Cat mold, and this takes 5.5 ounces. We're going to be doing it in the Kisrel resin casting powder. It is a 3-to-1, but I never do that. What works for me is I mix it up to kind of a pancake consistency, a little bit thicker pancake consistency. And if it's something that has a lot of detail, I will thin it out. It's just going to take longer to cure. Okay, he is a candle holder. He holds a tea light candle. So I'm making him out of the casting powder because I want to be able to use an actual tea light candle in it. You can use your, electronic kind, but since I am doing it in Kisrel casting powder, I can use actual flame in here. So this, I measured it and it came out to 5.5 ounces. And the kid has requested that we do a calico kitty. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to measure out my 5.5 ounces of powder, but I'm going to take some out and do it in black and some out and do it in orange so that I can make my ears one orange, one black, and then go ahead and mix the orange and the black back into the white and go from there. No, I'm not sure if I want to mix it that way or if I want to just like make blotches. I don't know. The thing is, as with resin, when you do casting powder, whatever hits your mold first, that's what you're going to see. So if I pour the white in and then I try to do black and orange splotches, you may not see it. So we're gonna give it a try. This is the first time I've ever done this type of thing. I'm gonna open my powder. Where's my scoopy? There's my scoop. I'm gonna so it looks like I'm gonna need maybe 3 scoops. Let's see. We're at 4, so I'm going to do another scoop. Because it's supposed to be 5.5, right? 5.5 ounces total. But what's going to happen is when I pour my water in, that's going to shrink down. That actually shows 6.5. I'm okay with that. As you all know, with this particular casting powder, the ratio is 3-to-1. All right. So again, even though I need 5.5, I have 6.5 in here. Powder wise, I'm just gonna pour and see where that gets us, shall we? I completely forgot that I was going to take some out and make it separately. Now I might be in trouble. Get all the way down to the bottom. Get any powder that's in that lip, because there is a lip in the bottom of the cup, all cups. Although I did recently see a plastic cup, disposable, like these, that did not have a lip. The problem was it was quite expensive. So, I mean, I have it on a list, but it's not something that I need immediately. It is on my wish list. I will keep it there until such time as I have mad money. At least somebody out there is listening, though. Cups with the graduated numbers on them. I believe it had both ounces and milliliters. And it just did not have this little lip down at the bottom, which is awesome. Okay, I'm using the tines of my fork to get down into that groove because I want to make sure that water gets down in there and it's get mixed well. Okay, my extra water there. And I'm using for my colors Resin Crete pigment. This one's black. I'm just going to put 2 drops. It's not a very large amount of powder. Let's see what we get. Okay, that's more gray. I want it to be black. The kid grew up with a kitty. She wasn't our kitty. She belonged to my nephews, but her name was Callie because she was the most beautiful calico cat you have ever seen. And she had the sweetest disposition. She loved to love. And she was actually the mother cat of our kitty, Buddy, who was a black and white tuxedo. Okay, so that's not black. It is more gray, but I'm going to leave it alone because that's actually quite a lot. And then I'm going to do my orange. That was like 6 drops. That's nice. Okay, so we're going to do, the idea was one ear black, the other orange. This is why I use the paper cup, because it's bendy, and squeeze to get any bubbles out. And then the orange goes in that side. If it drips, it drips. It's fine. And squeeze. And then I'm going to come in with some white. And I'm going to add some water because it's starting to thicken up. Because yes, I let it sit here because I was not thinking. not quite enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up more. And I think I'll just do white. So we get the bottom part, the tummy part of the kitty will be white. And I will do that off camera because I don't need to bore you like that. And we'll be back when it's time to demold our sleeping kitty. See you in a bit. And we're back, and this is the next morning now. I covered these before I went to bed last night. I don't know why. I was thinking I didn't want anything to fly in, which, I mean, it happens, right? But really, that's more for resin than it is for this. But check this out. You see that in there? That is all the moisture. That's condensation. That's all the water that was inside these little makes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demold these, and they're still, you can feel it, they're still wet. I'm going to demold these, and I'm going to stick them in my dehydrator and let it get out any of that extra moisture. Oh, I do have some where it went over on the side, and I'd like to get it out because I don't want it falling in, and I don't want it there next time. So if I get it off the side now, then I don't have to worry about it. But before I take out my cat, let's take out our bear, which was just the extra. And this will make a very cute fridge magnet. And the thing is, I can leave it like this, which is adorable. Or once it's dry and all, I could decoupage it if I wanted to. I don't even have to, I mean, he's pretty, a little bit knockoff right there. That's it. I don't even have to trim him up. He's good. Okay. And then I'm going to do our kitty. Now, the kitty definitely needs to go in the dehydrator. I can feel the moisture in it. Did we get any calico looking markings? Oh, that's interesting. Kid?
It is a kitty.
Yeah, so what do you think about, I mean, I did the calico thing like you.
Nice.
It's okay?
Mm-hmm.
The black actually did come out black. When I was looking at it in the cup, it was gray. And I did make sure I got it on the paws. So you like it like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this has to go in the dehydrator for a couple of hours, and then we will be back, and I don't know, he's sleeping, so his eyes should not be colored in, right? His eyes should stay closed. All right, so we'll be back in a little while. Okay, we're back, and these are done. They are dry. This one, smooth. I love how silky smooth these casting powders come out. This one is going to probably be turned into a magnet. So I would scuff this up using a nail file and use my super glue and stick a magnet on there. He does surprisingly have one tiny little bubble right there directly in line with his nose. So we can always pretend that it was supposed to be his mouth. And our kitty. Our kitty actually turned out way better than I thought it was going to because I kind of stuffed it up when I mixed it. And you can tell because it's not white, it's like kind of like a brown color, which is okay. Now I'm not going to do anything to his eyes because his eyes are supposed to be closed because he's sleeping. But we can take care of his nose. I can do his nose and his mouth. I'll just use a Sharpie because it's a very thin line. So now, about the cat. He's going to be used with flame, and I want to be able to use it with open flame if I can. So what I'm going to do is, he's still hot. I'm going to let him cure for the next 24 to 48 hours. Because yes, he was done enough to come out on his own and to stick into our dehydrator, food dehydrator, which is what I use. It's a repurposed food dehydrator rather than spending money on a specialty item, which, I mean, that's just me. I'm going to do it in the cheapest way possible. So if I have the stuff that I can use just as well, just as easily, that's what I'm going to do. So I use my repurposed food dehydrator, and once I started using it for resin and this crafting room, food has never gone near it again. So there's that. He's done. I'm going to let him sit for 1 or 2 days, and then I'm going to seal him, and I'm going to be sealing him with Thompson's water seal because it's waterproof, and once it's dry and all that, it's going to be heat resistant. Absolutely. We're not going to set it on fire. You're putting your candle in here, and for me, my candles, they're always in this little metal tin anyway, so it's going to be like that, and it's a perfect size for that. It's also a perfect size for an electronic one if you want. So either way, I just don't want to turn on I just want to light a fire right now because I have my fan blowing. But isn't he cute? She is cute because most calico cats are females. There are the rare male calico cats, but again, rare. So that reminds me of Callie, the calico cat that we knew when the kid was just a little. Thank you so much for joining us here in the game room. I had fun and I tried something new. I hope you had fun too. Come join us again next week. I'm not sure what we have on tap, but whatever it is, we will endeavor to make it fun. In the meantime, don't forget to play. See you soon. Bye. It's our kitty. It's our kitty, so cute. So cute, cute kitty. Yes.